Hello friends and family, welcome back to my channel. Probably gonna post this on my Kris Park channel. I'm actually starting two channels. I'm starting a tarot channel. It's going to be based off of stories to help people through the transformation. Okay, through the fire. Chaka Khan, right? Through the fire. Hold on one second, guys, this microphone. So anyways, I haven't been on here in a while, and every time I come up here, I have a different backdrop. I'm in a different place. I'm in a different environment. And it's because my life, I have been in the 3D. And as I wouldn't say law of attraction teacher. I don't know if I would call myself that yet. But as a person that talks about law of attraction and tries to help you guys in understanding it better and making it a lifestyle, like I said before. Right now, I'm just starting in this new energy that I'm feeling, and I'm sorry if I keep touching my hair because I'm excited, and that's what I do when I'm excited. I'm a Leo, who knows? But anyways, so every single time I'm in a new environment, a new place, and I'm feeling more inspired to share with you guys my findings and things like this. If you hear my dog, he's on the other side of that's him moaning and singing. He's like literally Mariah Carey as a dog. But you guys seen him in my last video, I think. He is not that size anymore. He's totally bigger. But let me get to the point of this whole video for you guys. By the way, if you're new, my name is Kris Park. I talk about law of attraction. I talk about the masculine and feminine energies. I love to talk about energies, the energy, the frequency, a lot like of what Abraham Hicks talks about. I also believe in the science, quantum physics of law of attraction. I am a science girl. I like the science, the quantum physics. So I am a Joe Dispenza girl. Like, I reside with law of assumption and law of attraction. And I use both to manifest my reality. And I've realized that it takes both. It is like the left side and the right side of your brain. And this is why I call it masculine and feminine energies. I want it, I got it, I have it. That's basically law of assumption. Law of attraction is more of a feeling. It's more of a getting into the vortex of things. It is getting into the vibration and feeling the vibration of it, okay? You'll have these thoughts and synchronicities, right? And then you'll see somebody on maybe YouTube or TikTok talk about it, and you're just like, oh shit, like I could have talked about that, but I didn't. Anyways, it's really cool though, and it further clarifies that this is a open collective. This is a collective thing. I believe in this moment, in this time period, we are transitioning to a higher frequency, a higher mind frequency. It's about clearing your energy field, making your energy field cleaner. That was the law of attraction part that I'm talking about. That is not necessary though to attract. I want to make that very clear. Law of assumption could be just the only gateway, you know what I'm saying, to get the things that you want. However, as people, we have a hard time saying it is done. A lot of the times we'll still get in our 3D world the negative or the thing that we don't want, and then we persist in the negative thought and the old story. Like I said, law of assumption, you're not it's not a step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Much like law of attraction, sometimes it can be. When you're using law of assumption, it's just instant. It is instantly in the new story. You have to drop the old story. So let's say you're trying to manifest an SP, right? I deserve that relationship. I deserve this person. I deserve that person. The person that you're trying to manifest, you believe they're stubborn. You believe they don't come your way. You don't believe that they ever do what you want them to do. So it's like you have these conflicting assumptions that are not going to manifest. And this is why I always say, this is why I use law of assumption and law of attraction together, because what manifested my specific person in was law of attraction, feeling the feeling of. Every day I would go into my inner world and feel the feeling of my SP, which would help with the thoughts of the old story trying to pop up. And it's like, no, and this morning I just felt the new story. So why would I persist in the new story? You know what I'm saying? So this is why I'm trying to teach you guys both and to use both simultaneously, because sometimes when you're just using law of assumption and you're saying, I want it, I got it, I have it, it's done, sometimes the old story tries to persist and you get clouded. You get effed up here because you're like, well, I'm trying to persist, but this is showing up in my 3D, so obviously it's not working. Obviously it's not going the way I want it to go. And that's where we can kind of get hooked up on it not working, or where is it? Why isn't it shown up? When you synchronize that it is done and that it is already existing in your vortex, in your reality, in your present energy, and you persist in that every day, it has no choice but to show up. That is law. This is where we get it with the quantum physics. Vibration, your frequency says, I am chosen, I am wanted, I am this, I am that. My person loves me. My person is attracted to me. Then your assumption, self-concept is, I am chosen, I am wanted, I am all this. My person wants me. My person loves me. My person is all up in my energy. They could never deny not wanting to be with me. And here is what happens, both simultaneously. It's almost like the left side and the right side of your brain come together and it creates an instant manifestation. This is what I've been playing with in my reality. I've been playing with it, and I've been really trying to get, if you hear the shower's on. I've been really trying to get it programmed into my system. Nothing comes to you without first believing it. That's where the assumption comes in. When you want certain experiences, when the opportunity or door opens and my assumption is matching it, it hits and I have an instant manifestation where I'm just like, oh wow, I didn't have to do anything. I literally said it and it was done. Or it was a passing thought and there was no resistance and it came. When you feel the thoughts of the old story, remind yourself that that's an illusion. You're making the connections in your brain. You're making these connections, and every day there's an assumption that goes along with these connections. And sometimes we have connections in our brain that are from our past, our past of how we grew up or what we saw. Maybe we saw certain things about relationships growing up. Maybe we saw certain things about money growing up. Maybe we saw things. Maybe we took it into our inner cerebral brain and we created an assumption around it. And the assumption never worked out for us because we were too busy sticking to the old story instead of creating a new story on the topic of specific people. Again, it's like you can have this assumption that I'm beautiful, I attract this person, I attract that person, but let's say your assumption is that the specific person that you're trying to attract isn't being attracted to you, or they keep showing up in the 3D that they're not attracted, or they're not this, or they're not that. We got to stop doing that. It's a halfway manifestation. Now, you could also trick the subconscious mind. I'll do another video about that, on how you do that with each subject, each topic. But as Hicks says, there's so many topics. There's so many things to manifest. What should I manifest first? I'm not getting clear on what I'm manifesting first. I'm all over the place. I want this, I want that. But it's really just about starting somewhere, okay? Starting somewhere to get your resistance down, because you have to practice getting your resistance down. Meditate. Now in the 3D, I have open doors. I'm seeing evidence of it, which is further fueling the new story of my assumptions of it, of my, let's say I wrote down affirmations on it. Now my affirmations are concrete because it's happening in my 3D, and I keep it going. It's like a snowball effect, okay? And this is how you manifest so easily. It's not a process anymore. It's something we already innately have in us. We just have to remember. We have to remember how to do it. No one's going to do it for you. No one's going to break the constructs of your mind but you. You're the only person that can. And the minute you get out of trauma bonding, like my last video talked about, the minute you get out of trauma bonding, the minute you get out of I am a victim to my evil circumstances that happened in the past. I am, my family's this way, or this person did this to me, that person did that. The minute you get out of that mentality and you get into the mentality that I deserve this, I am choosing this, I am choosing this because everything in my life maybe has not went the right way, and now it is time for it to come back in and come the right way, then you will see the change. But the journey of the manifestation is a lot better because there's so many topics, there's so many subjects: money, love, this, that, and the third. I want this, I want that. It's all swirling in your vortex. It's all in there. It's all ready for you when you choose it. And a lot of people don't choose it because they don't feel like they're worthy of it. This is the mirrored reality, guys. There is no changing the 3D. A lot of people don't want to hear that. I'm sorry. I don't want to step on your toes. But I realized all my manifestations started with me changing. Then the 3D changed. It was never the outside I had to change. It was never like, oh, money's not coming into my existence, I have to work harder. No, that why am I trying to change that aspect? No, there's a self-concept within myself that is not matching with the wealth mindset that I predict to have. So what do we have to do? Something simple. Change the assumption. Money is so easy and effortlessly coming to my existence. Money comes in avalanches of abundance to me. I never have to work for money. I never have to physically do anything. It just flows and it goes, and it comes into my existence. There's never a day I have to worry. The assumptions you make are the assumptions you make. If you have an assumption that my manifestation takes 3 days and that's all it takes, that's the assumption that's going to persist. And you persist in that, that's the assumption that's going to happen. So I had to go back to the basics. I had to remind myself of who I am first. Because I think I forgot along the way of who I was and how powerful I truly am. And sometimes it does take that. It does take the little revamp of remembering who you are, remembering that you are a soul within a body, and that the 3D is just the 3D. It's an experience. You don't have to respond how you used to respond in the 3D. In fact, you could choose to respond a different way. So I operate in the new story, and something expands in my reality because I operated in the new story. Also showing my reality that I can continue in this way of thinking positive, of thinking the latter assumption that I am deserving of it, that I am able to get and have whatever I want to have, and then make it normal. You also got to make your manifestations normal. A lot of the times we have these big manifestations. It's not wrong to have a big manifestation. Nothing is big or small to reality. It's all neutral. Even your thoughts. This could be neutral. That could be neutral. It doesn't matter. But you know when you're persisting in an old story that is not working for you. It's not about the good and bad. In fact, those are just constructs that we as humans put in boxes to remind ourselves of what we want and don't want. The don't want, for example, if I'm getting what I don't want, it's not a bad thing. Now I know that this frequency is the frequency that I want. So now all I have to do is curate my assumptions to the new story, to the frequency that I want. And then I start to experience what I want. Having a negative experience or bad experiences, we have to appreciate those as well. A lot of times we have these emotional reactions to things, and we want things to go our way in those moments, and it doesn't. It's not going to. When we ask ourselves, well, how do you feel about it, self? How do you feel about it, higher self? You will get an inner knowing that higher self is neutral about it. Higher self just feels positive. Well, this person did this to me and they need to be punished. And higher self is just going to be like, no, no, you need to change. Sorry. And it's literally like that. But see, we get so clouded in our minds and we think very victim-y. Well, they need to be punished. I'm not getting what I want. I'm frustrated. Nothing's working out for me. Nothing ever works out for me. Blah, 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 blah. You know, the old common assumptions that we have, and then they persist, and then they show us it's just persisting in the reality. So the minute you choose, again, the minute you choose the manifestation of the reality that you want, that is the reality that's going to happen, because you persist in the reality that you want in every second, every moment, every time, in the present moment. It can only happen in the present moment. So if you're watching this video and you haven't been getting what you wanted and you've been feeling like shit and you've been wondering where it is, how come it's not here? Why haven't I received it? Why this? Why that? Today, right now, you can decide, you know what? F that. Forget that old story. I don't want it anymore. I don't subscribe to that. It's not my reality. Even if in the 3D, maybe 30 minutes later, it shows up in your reality and you're like, what the heck? I just said it's not nice. Ignore it. It's an illusion. It's there to keep you trapped here. But to unlock the box, unlock the mind, you have to be open-minded. And that comes with being delusional. It comes with seeing the bigger picture when you don't want to see it. That person did something wrong to me. They need to be punished. Higher self, how do you feel about this? Higher self's like, I didn't see it. You know, it's literally like that. If God came out of his unconditional love, how would that feel? The wrath of God just comes out and he's just like, I'm upset. You guys have not been doing what I wanted you to do. Kill you, kill you, kill you, kill you. That would be very weird. And we would know that God isn't that way. The ultimate creator loves you. Ultimately. Unconditionally. He cannot come out of the vortex. The energy of God, it can't come out of the vortex. It has to be in there, and you have to meet it in there. But I don't want to do the work to get in there. Yeah, no one does, because it's a little difficult, because we are in a society that teaches us to focus on negative thoughts. Our moms and our dads think that way. Our cousins think that way. Our family members, our boss is a butthole, and this and that and the third, and we're all thinking this way. But who's going to be different, and who are the people that attract what they want? The people that are delusional and think that way. And they build vision boards. And they say, you know what? I don't care if I got a million no's. I'm still going to get what I want. 𝐁𝐚𝐜 wrote a check to himself. And he said, I'm going to have this. And it came because he persisted in the assumption that it was his, regardless of what happened. And it was on a movie that he didn't think he would get any money on. It's never how you think it's going to be. You're not going to get your manifestation how you think it's going to come. So stop worrying about the how. Stop worrying about when and where. And start focusing on the assumption, the news story, and persisting in it. Okay? That's all you have to do. And that's how it comes to you. Okay, so in conclusion, I probably talked to your guys' head off. I'm so sorry about that, but I know I haven't been on here in a long time, and I wanted to give an explanation of why I've been in the 3D, just figuring it all out. Because I think the greatest teachers are the ones that have the wisdom from experience. I would be a false teacher if I didn't have the experience that I have under my belt with law of attraction, with law of assumption, with changing my mindset, with being a transformational coach. Okay, because that makes total sense. If I want to be a transformational coach, how am I going to help you transform if I haven't transformed in my 3D reality, right? So I had to start there. I had to start with figuring it out, understanding the science behind it, with understanding how to be a different person, with understanding and being a different person when it comes to my mental, when it comes to leaving the negative thoughts behind and fully diving in to the existence of who I am, which is a soul within a body. I am not just a body, and you are not just a body. You are not just a body. There is a soul within there. There is a frequency, a vibration that is more powerful than you could ever believe. The mind is one way to create. There are a million ways to create. We create with our hands. We create with our eyes. We create with our words. Speech is one of the first ways we can create. We speak it into reality. Thank you for visiting my little corner of the universe, my little pocket of the internet. I appreciate it. I love you guys. Truly, 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 to the bottom of my heart. And I always say this, and I will always keep saying this. You can manifest whatever you want to manifest. If you are currently manifesting something right now, it is yours. It is done. You have to persist in the new story, okay? To access it, receive it, whatever. All you have to do is say that it's done. And if this is the video that turns the corner for you and makes you realize that it is mine, I can have whatever, then this is just a video. It's fine. Use it to whatever advantage you can. You are more than just a body. You're more than just this flesh. There is a synchronicity, a harmony going on within you, okay? And you have to connect to it every single day. Some people connect through meditation. Some people connect through it with other things. I don't even want to say like yoga and all that. Some people connect with it other ways. As long as you're reminded that you are a soul within a body every single day, and that you operate on a frequency that's higher, a love frequency. Hello, heart chakra. We're vibrating higher, higher. Third eye, crown. Okay. You're watching that manifestation come down, and you're solidifying within you. Okay. And it starts with being secure, being safe and secure. So, I love you to the moon and back. You can manifest whatever you want to manifest. Peace, love, light, blessings to all of you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too long. If this is your type of content, of course, subscribe down below, like the video, and continue to watch some of my videos. I'm going to be coming out with more of them. More closet talking. I'm going to put down my new, if you like tarot, if tarot's something that you guys do or watch or whatever that you like as well, subscribe to that channel as well. I'm gonna miss you guys. Okay, I actually might do a synchronicity video after this. I'm against editing. I just need to do lives. Like I like interacting with people too. So I might do a live. Comment down below if you want me to do a live. I would love to do a live with you guys and to interact with you guys, because that is my steez. That's what I'm more familiar with. That is actually how a lot of people can pull a lot of information out of me, because I respond to question asking. So I like that a lot better than just talking to a random camera and trying to come up with shit to say. It's just a lot better. So anyways, I love you guys to the moon and back. I said that already, but I just don't want to say bye. So I'm going to do another video because I don't want to say bye. Okay, bye.